ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Just a little bit nervous.
Okay, it's okay. Don't worry. Okay, so I'd like to ask you some information about yourself and your education first. So, first of all, just tell me about yourself.
Okay, so Mr.Dat, and at the moment I'm working as a researcher
Mm-hmm.
in agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm working with a research center for rural and development in Aya University.
Okay. So, where is your hometown? Yeah.
So my hometown is it's a rural area, like near the border between Vietnam and Cambodia.
Oh,
It
okay.
takes like 3 hours from here to my hometown, driving
Okay.
by car.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you like your hometown?
Um, yeah, I'm sure I can say yes because you know it's a rural area, but there are a lot of activities I can do there. Like every time when I come back to my hometown, um, I can hang out with my old friend, and we can go fishing, or even we can swim in the river and catching fish. It's really enjoyable, actually.
Okay. So, what is the oldest place in your hometown?
I don't think my hometown has any like ancient places or spectacular sceneries. I don't think so. It's just a normal hometown, peaceful hometown, and I don't think it has any oldest places. But maybe there is one place I can tell you. I'm not sure if it is. It's just a, a lake, and in the past where there's some kingdom, Wayne Kingdom, uh,
Mm-hmm.
used to live there, and they left a lot of like weapons and gold and coins in the lake.
Mm-hmm. So, is there a good public transportation in your hometown?
I'm sorry.
Is there good public transportation in your hometown?
You mean what transportation? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Public transportation, is that
Oh,
good?
public transportation. Not yet. Even the roads are still small, and even a car is hardly get into my hometown. So I don't think there's any public transportation in my hometown. But like if you go across the river in the other side of my hometown, I think there are bus service every day.
Okay. So, I like to ask you some question about happiness.
Okay.
Do you think that you're a happy person?
Um, I don't think I am a happy person because, like, when at the first time when I see someone that I don't know, so some of them tell me that I am a serious person, but like I just be more open with my close friends, and when I talk to them, they say, okay, I'm hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay. What usually makes you happy?
Um, let's see. Uh, some of my friends when they go with me to the cinema and they watch a movie like um, what the movies, and it's very funny. All of them laugh, but I don't know. I can't find anything funny about that movie. But I can say I don't know what things can make me happy. But sometimes when I talk to my old friends, some like my very close friend, so I just want to listen about their normal life and what do they do every
Vậy đó,
day. So
con đi học nha,
that
7 giờ
simple
rưỡi.
thing can make me happy.
Okay. So, does the weather ever like affect how you feel or your emotion?
I don't think so because I enjoy every kind of weather. Like even if hot weather, I can hang out with my friends in coffee shop. You know, they has like air condition and I can talk to them. And cold weather, I think it's good because I can sleep more in my bed.
Mm-hmm. So, how about what makes you feel unhappy?
um, maybe every time when I talk to someone, a lot of people, but I don't know about them, and they gather together in the table, but only me and other people I don't know about them. So I feel like a little bit awkward and unhappy. Like I cannot get along with their conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you think people in your country are generally happy people?
It's hard to say. Like I meet different kinds of people every day. Some of them, I think they are funny, but other not. So it's hard to say in general.
Okay, so we are moving on to part two, and I'd like to ask you a topic. Okay, please, Junior, and please show the topic for me. Thank you. Okay, you have 1 minute to prepare.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, okay, you have 2 minutes to talk.
Ah, on I'm sorry, the software that I'm going to talking about is about a dictionary. Um, like 5 years ago, when I know nothing about English, but I have a habit that I usually try to translate some of the book. Actually, my major is biology, so I try to translate some of my biology books into Vietnamese to see how different from English book to Vietnam book. And for someone who don't know much about English, like me, so it's really difficult. But I find it very interesting because it's my major, and the more I translate into Vietnamese, the more I find like interesting, and I want to do more. But I don't have like effective tool, effective dictionary for me to translate. So at that time, I talked to some of my friends and they recommended some dictionaries, and I also surfed the internet and I were able to look for more dictionaries, and then I tried one by one, and finally I covered this one. This is a dictionary can help to translate from Vietnamese to English and then English to Vietnamese. So it's really convenient. It's very powerful tool for me to study English. And by the help of this dictionary, so I can do more reading and I can even read some news on the internet by English. So even at the moment, I'm still using that dictionary to help for my research. Yeah, for my career.
Okay. So, what modern technological devices are most common in your country?
I'm sorry, what kind of modern devices that
Yeah,
are common in my country?
yeah.
So I would say, let's say in the past, I say it's computers, but at this moment, I think it's smartphones because everyone has a smartphone, and not just one smartphone, but two or three smartphones for one person. And every time when I go out, when I see a little child, he also has a smartphone. So, so I think it's the most common device in my country at this moment.
Okay. Do you think modern technology is useful?
Absolutely, but I can say it depends on the way you use it. Like in my situation, I use smartphone for my study and to connect with my friends, and even for online meeting like this. And yeah, and sometimes I watch movie on the internet. It's to relax. But I find some other people, they use the device like broad way. Of course, they feel happy about it, but I think it's not good for their health and their daily activities. Like some people, they play game like for all day. They even don't go to school. They just stay in the coffee shop and play game for all day. And even like a small child, I think they need time to do like outdoor activities or, or to talk with their family more than just look at on the screen and do something that sometimes they don't even know what it is, but they just keep eyes on their smartphone. So I can say the power of modern technology is that we cannot deny it, but it depends on the way we use it.
Hmm. So, do you think men and women view technological devices differently?
I'm sorry, could you say it again, please?
Do you think men and women use technological devices differently?
I never noticed before men and women differently, so I don't think so. I think if when I'm talking about computer, laptops, and smartphones, I don't in the way they use it because they use the same app and they do the same activities. But there are some minor differences, such as for women, they sometimes they have more like some app that can help them take like beautiful pictures, incredible pictures, I can say. And of course, men also use it, but I think women are use it more common. And also the way they decorate their device. Like women, they decorate a little bit more colorful than men.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the last question is, why do you think people spend so much money buying the latest device?
Um, for my situation, I never ever bought any latest device with a lot of money, but I can think of some reasons, just in my own opinion. Um, so first of all, they want to show off their financial power to their friends, and secondly, the latest device actually have some good functions, and they are really needed. So they want to buy the latest device to make their work go more fluently. And let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, another reason maybe come from the company, because some company they they offer like very attractive promotion. Like if you use an old device to exchange for a new device, you just pay like for a certain money. It's not all the money. So some people they are willing to buy less the device because of the company's promotion. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So the last person is Mr.Dat. I think I was really like impressed by the things that he did during the test, which was really good to achieve a band score above 7.0 or even 7.5. So I don't really have any comments at all, but I like to point out some of the good things that he did during the test, so you guys can learn how to improve yourself. So first of all, speaking of his answered my question, he did paraphrase um, most of the words that I used to ask him. For example, when I asked him like the oldest place, he did paraphrase by the ancient place. So and when I asked, "Are you a happy person?" he did use some other words like hilarious for paraphrasing the question. So he tried to not repeat the question, and I think not like many students can do that. Many learners can do that because it's quite hard to control your speaking skill when in the real test or mock test, for example. So if he can do this quite good, I think his lexical resource is really good, and he has a wide range of vocab. And just try to learn the way he paraphrasing. Okay, so the next point is Hicks grammar. I was really shocked at what he did during the test because he did control very good when speaking and using his tenses, and the structure. He did use the more blah blah and the more comparative clause, and which was really good and help him to improve the score. Okay, good pronunciation with like I didn't find any mispronounced word during his pronunciation. Some minor errors, but I didn't notice, so it was good. And the last one that I want you to focus and try to learn from him and his answer were the way he used some linking devices, because I found that sometimes he didn't know what to say and how to answer my question. I know that, but he did really well by saying some phrases to fill in the gap when being silent. For example, he said, let's see, there is something else, or I've never thought about it, but for example, and I think those linking devices would help him to, fill in the gap when speaking, and avoid, reducing their score. Sorry, avoid reducing score by being silent, because you are attending a speaking test. So try to speak anything. Please don't mind if it's on your like question or not. Just say anything. Not try to not be silent. Okay, so in general, I think he could like achieve above 7, if I'm not wrong. Okay, from 7.5 to even 8.0 maybe. So really well done, and good, nice test from him.